Hello everyone, this is Bernice at the Napping Mouse. In today's video, we're going to talk about this brag book that we're going to create, and I'm calling this a trick or no treat mini journal here. This here, I was inspired by this one artist from Graphic 45, and unfortunately I do not have her name or the link to her video, but she did inspire me to create this mini brag book from one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. And I thought, what a great idea it is to create this little mini journal, mini album for the kiddos on Halloween, to give them as a trick. So instead of candy, you know, they have something different for them to use later on. And the theme that I'm using for all of the Halloween projects is from the Graphic 45, the Deluxe Collector's Edition of Old Curiosity Shop. So beautiful piece. I love it. I'm very intrigued by this, and so this is what's going to be the theme for this year, is this paper pack here. And I do have other videos of other projects that I've created, so yeah, please go ahead and take a look at that. And the paper that we're going to be using for this project is called Optical Oddities. Yeah, love this paper right over here. So yeah, we'll be using that. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but this brag book that we're going to create, I'm going to actually put a link down below, and that is a separate video, but it does fit inside one of these secret pockets that you'll end up getting from creating this mini journal here. Okay, so yeah, and these are just scrap paper that I had from other projects that I used. This particular one, just FYI, the reason why, how I created this page over here, or these pages, is from this brag book, and what I did is I trimmed it off on the the right side and on the bottom to fit this piece, and then it created this these pages, or this particular signature. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and get that started. All right, the supplies that you're going to be needing is actually 1 pack of the Deluxe Collector's Edition of Old Curiosity Shop, and that will have everything that you need, including stickers and chipboard. The next thing that you'll need is also a circle punch, 7/8 circle punch, or a scallop punch, and this one I'm using is from Stampin' Up. And then you'll also need ink and a sponge dauber, or just a regular sponge. The one that I am using is actually from VersaColor, which is 154 bark. And yeah, you can see that I'm really used up that sponge dauber. I need to change pretty soon. Also, you'll need the one sheet of 8.5 by 11 copy paper, and that's to create this brag book, which is in another video. And solid cardstocks that you have, only to add more interest. I'll just show it to you in the very end, but I won't be giving you measurements or anything. We are just basically concentrating on making this mini journal. And then also, I told you the sponge. This one here, you'll need ribbon from Prasent, and I believe this is in copper. This is just to add a little bit more texture and something different to the brag book. And you can see that the glitter is part of the paper. It does not come off, which is great. So that's not going to make a mess. Then you'll need 24 inches of twine, and the one that I'm using here is from Knot & Bow. This is black and gold, but excuse me, not 24 inches, 1 yard. So 36 inches of the twine, okay? But I'll have the supply list on the side over there. And I'm sorry, and I didn't even tell you this, but this one you'll need 24 inches of the ribbon from Prasent, okay? And then you'll just need glue, trimmer, a scoreboard with a bone folder, and yeah, that's about it. So let's get started here. Okay, let me get out my trimmer. And the first thing that you're going to do is trim off the side over here on the very top, which is the label, I guess is what you want to call it. So I'm at the 12-inch mark over here. I hope you can see it. Whoops! Make sure your paper is steady there, and let's trim that off. Okay, and then this is important, especially if you have pages that are, you know, kind of read top to bottom, that sort of stuff. This kind of matters, doesn't matter, but if you have something calico, it's not going to really matter. But I'm going to show you this way instead. What you're going to do, from the top, you're going to cut 4 inches from the bottom. So we're going to rotate it to the side and then cut this at 4 inches. Okay, then we'll set this aside for later. And then for this piece at the 12-inch mark, 12-inch side right there, get your bone folder, and we are going to score it at 3 inches, 6 inches, and 9 inches. Okay, and then we're going to turn it now to the 8-inch side, and we are going to score it all the way down to the 4-inch mark. Okay, and that's it. We'll set this all aside. And go ahead now and fold and burnish all of your, see a little off right there? That is okay. I'm not going to trim anything just now. Oops, didn't burnish. And it's kind of important for you to have like sharp creases for this particular project, only because it just, the book will kind of come into itself, and you'll see why in a minute, or how in a minute, excuse me. Okay. Oh, and then if I didn't tell you, you will need scissors for this. Okay, let me make sure I got this right. Okay. Oops. Okay. And there we go. So for me, this is easier. You will need to cut from this score line all the way down. I actually prefer to use the scissors just to make sure that I get my score line right. If you want to use your trimmer, you're more than welcome to. Sometimes I just don't get it like right on, especially when you can't see much of the score line with the design. If the design is pretty busy, it's kind of difficult to see, but I mean, I can see it much better here, and I hope you can too. But I'm stopping at the top score line over here. Very important to do so. Do not go all the way across, okay? All right, so let me set my scissors aside. And now what we're going to do is actually create the book. So we're gonna fold this in. Let's see, I got it a little bit off, but I'm not gonna trim it just yet. I will, well, let's see, maybe it's from here. It is, okay. Whoops, okay, that fell. Okay, got that, so fix that up. Cool. Okay, so now go ahead and fold it. In this particular side, you're going to see which one you want to be on, the inside or the outside. I actually prefer this to be on the inside. So we'll fold that in half. Okay, so that's the inside right there. And then we're going to get both of the ends and pull it in this way. Okay, so you get this piece right there. And then that creates your journal. Okay, the part that has the two outer open, make sure that that's on the outside. Okay, and there we go. Let's burnish that really good. I know we'll be burnishing more than anything. And go ahead and get your inker, and we'll ink the top too. Maybe we should wait for the inking to be on the last time piece, but okay, but that's what you got right now. I'm gonna wait for the inking to be in the last. Okay, so there you have your book. Okay, so now we're gonna set this aside. We're going to take our excuse me, our 12 by 4 inch piece here. We're gonna get our trimmer again. Okay, and now we are going to create, this is going to be the pocket pages and the cover. So at the 12-inch side, you're going to cut it at 3 inches 2 times, okay? Okay, so that's 1 time right there, 3 inches again. Okay, 2 times. Okay, this is actually going to be the cover, so we're going to set this aside with the book. Okay, and then take one of your pieces here, and on the 4-inch side here, you are going to cut it at 1 inches 2 times. Actually, now hold on a second. I'm going to make sure I give you the right. We are going to turn it to the 4, cut it, or score it, excuse me. Oh, where's my scoring? No, we're going to just cut it at 1 inches 2 times. And we'll do that with both. Okay, repocket. And then this here, set aside. And then again, we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to cut it at 1 inch 2 times. Okay. And then this particular piece here, these are going to be your pockets. Okay. You'll have 2 pieces that are 2 by what, 3 inches? Yeah. And at this one, you want to score at the 1 inch side. So let me get my bone folder here. And then score it at 1 inch. Okay, do the same thing for this piece right here. Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you guys earlier, but okay, but we're gonna get this right. Okay. All right, so now let's take our album over here, and you see how this this piece over here that you just scored, go ahead, fold and burnish it. Okay. Oh, I'm going to actually fold it to the other side because I kind of want that contrast. I don't want it to be the same. So yeah, fold it the opposite, the design that you want, because this is going on the inside. Okay, you see where you open this up and you get this piece that opens? What we're going to do is actually glue it to the inside here. Okay. So what I want you to do next is go ahead and apply glue here. Okay, we'll apply glue here, and we'll apply glue here. Okay, and whoops, that's a little much right there. Okay. It would have been better if I did it more to the end, but we'll make this work. Okay, and I'm going to actually open it up just to this end so I can add pressure to it, and then make sure it folds too, that you're not too close. I see I have a little bit that sticks out. I'm just going to trim that now. Let me get my little scissors here. Okay. Okay, awesome, perfect. Okay, so now we're back to our book, and then there's also going to be another piece that opens the same way as this one did. So the one that opens out like this, we'll close that up, and we'll take our second piece over here that we just folded, and we'll apply glue. Oops. Okay. And open that up, line it up to the bottom. And it's easier when you fold like this because it kind of gives you that stopper. Like it just purposely makes you stop right there. Okay, let's add pressure. All right, and I see that I got to trim this, so I will trim this. All right, perfect. Oops, trimmed a little bit too much. Let me take that out. Okay, there we go. We've got that part. Back to the album. Now with these pieces over here, we're going to add the pocket. So what we're going to do is add glue to the back side, and we're going to do the U shape glue. So left and right and at the bottom. Whoops, get this. Okay, here we go. Awesome. I can see that. I don't add it to the very, so at least it gives some kind of, you know, make sure that it does fold. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do that, add pressure to it, and then continue doing that to all of the other pages over here. And we'll work on that one later, but sometimes you'll see that the design is upside down, and I'm talking about this. In the case of it being Halloween, you know, I think that that just adds to the uniqueness of it. But you can always hide that with other things if you do not like it. Okay, let's see. Let me just make sure I get this right. Okay, and now got two more here. And I just want to let you know that if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do so. Actually, my goal in the next few months is to get 1,000 subscribers. So if you can help me out there, I would beyond be appreciative of that. So yeah, if you haven't done so and you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and also hit that like button. If you did like what you're seeing here, any comments or suggestions are greatly appreciated. And hit that bell button if you want to be notified for other projects. I am actually working on other projects. I'm working on Christmas and Thanksgiving. Yeah, in that order too, believe it or not. But yeah, so go ahead and hit that bell button if you like. Okay, so the next step, you see how this opens up right here. What you're going to do is apply glue to the bottom side here only. Okay, and all right, and put pressure on that. There you go. Okay, so there is your album, and I know it doesn't close there, but we're going to take this piece here. This here is what I think it was a 6x4. Yeah. So what we're going to do is actually hug it around the journal, and sometimes you have to hug it a little tightly. It will be. You can see that it'll be a little shorter over here. If you want to trim that off, totally up to you, but that is your call right there. I just love it. And you know, you can always turn it around. I think I'm gonna put this because I like what it says over here. What is this? Systemic dispensary vital organs. Okay, oh my God, for their cure. Okay, cool. So then what we're going to do in the front side is we're going to add glue to the top, bottom, and to the left side, and this is the front. Actually, no, I'm sorry, you're going to add it to all four corners in the middle. Make sure this is glued down. Okay, and I like to put it, stretch it out as much as I can. Okay, and then we're also going to do the same to the back side. We'll get our bone folder too to spread out that glue, making sure that it's will stick. Okay, perfect. There is your album. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do is the second page now is a pocket. So we're going to get our 7/8 inch circle punch, and we're going to cut it halfway. So just make sure it's in the middle of this and also in the middle of your circle right there. And we're just going to eyeball it. And I just, honestly, I just found it easier with the scallop punch because I could see it. And whoops, that flew all over the place. Save these pieces. We're going to do the same thing now. It's for the the third sheet. So the second pocket here. And we'll do the same thing and save this piece. I won't have and I'll show you why in a sec. Where's that other piece? I'll find it later. But save those because what I did is I connected, when I got my scrap, I actually trimmed it, or excuse me, glued it onto my scrap paper over here front. I didn't do the other half. I think it flew like the other piece and I couldn't find it. But yeah, it kind of makes like a nice pull over there. So yeah, try not to trying to save the amount of paper that we use here. Okay, so now the next thing that we're going to do is take our Prasent glitter ribbon, and I didn't cut it at the 24-inch, but what we're going to do is just apply glue over here and glue it down. Now you can choose to use, and I don't have a sample with me now, but if you want to use any of the strips from the collection pack, you're more than welcome to do so. If you want your pocket to be a little bit bigger than this, then kind of overlap it just a little bit to connect, but it's going to create a bigger pocket right there, or just a little longer. So yeah, go ahead and connect that. And so you see I'm not going all the way down. Oh, I'm going to see if I can have that add preventatives, or just kind of show a little bit of it. That'll be cool. And if any of you guys created this particular project, please send me a video, or excuse me, not a video, but pictures of it. I would love to see it. I think I need to create like some kind of hashtag on my Instagram page for this. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on this, and we'll do it for all four, or excuse me, for all of the pockets. And this is a great way that if the pockets didn't match, you can actually camouflage it, that it will match. So yeah, perfect. I love it. And make, okay, there we go. And what I love about this ribbon is it's very, very flexible too. Okay, so now we'll do, well, I mean, I'm not going to do it to all the pages just for time's sake, but you know what I did, like, so for example, on this one here, I did it to all the pages, and that's what you'll do. Okay, and so now the next thing that we're going to do is take our knot and bow. Oh, and talk about knot and bow, I already created one without me meaning to do so. Okay, that was kind of weird, but yeah, let me undo this. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to fold this in half like this. Okay, making sure that you have the ends over here. And let me see, do you need to fold it one more time? No. Once you fold it in half, you're going to tie it around. So make sure you're in the middle page here, or actually just pick a page, because this will be here. So I will add, just pick an area inside the book. So open the pages, then go ahead and put it to the front, and go ahead and tie it. Make sure that it's in the middle like this, because what we are wanting to do is create little dangly things on the outside, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so when you tie, you know how it just tends to unravel like that? The trick is doing that once you go ahead and you make that one loop, go ahead and turn it to this, and it will not move. Okay, so you're still going to have to hold it down, but it's not going to move. Like, oh man, that did not work. Okay, so take two on this one. Jeez, I know it works. I've done it so many times. Okay, let's just do this again. Oh, the goof ups of crafting. It happens to all of us, huh? Okay, let's do this again. So make sure that this here is in the ends match like this, and then we will put it inside the book, and from the outside of the book in the middle where the spine is at, we will tie it. Okay, and then hold it down and tie it again. Okay, awesome. Perfect. Okay, so this knot that you just created, go ahead and carefully turn it, rotate it to the very top. Turn it to the very top. So you see how you create these dangly pieces? This particular piece right here, you're going to cut it. Okay, and let's go ahead. I'm not going to bother trimming anything here. I just like the way it kind of dangles. It makes for a great book marker, that if they wanted to put it into the inside or like this, it just, yeah, why mess with it? So, but because it is unraveling, what I'm going to do is twist it again, and I'm going to add a knot to the end. This particular twine, it is a great piece, but it does tend to unravel in the end. So I'm going to add a little bit of interest and tie it on the two longer pieces. And I will show you what I'm going to do to the other two pieces. Okay, perfect. All right, love it, love it. Okay, so for this particular piece, I still want to protect the end. So what I did, or what I'm going to do, is take these pieces from the chipboard pack, and I'm going to use my fingernails to get all of these loose ends, hide all this loose ends over here, and I will go ahead and ink up the edges here, okay? Okay, let's do the same thing. Okay, and then we'll ink up the edges. I've got so much ink on this thing, I don't even have to re-ink it. That's how much I've been using the sponge dauber here. And now what we're going to do is add glue to the back side of this. And I will put one of the threads here on top of this, and then I'll add glue to the back side of the other one. Okay, and then I will put this on top. If you want to make sure it's not upside down or the front matches the back, that's completely up to you, but we've just created like a little button over here, little page. I would say a page stopper, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's go ahead and there will be more videos coming up. My goal actually is to have 100 videos on my site before the end of the year, and I think with the season it'd be pretty easy to do. I mean, a lot of work, yes, but a lot of fun work. You know, when you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. Okay, that is great. Okay, so the same thing that you're going to do is add glue to one of the back side, and then to the add the put the baker's twine on top of that, and then add glue to the other side, and that protects it, and then you got your little cute little buttons. Okay. All right, people, well, that is it. This is, I mean, I probably can add more here. Okay, well, that's it. This is just the basic part of it. You are welcome to design however you want. For the pig's fly, I just decided that I like the front, so I'm not going to add anything else to it. The only thing that I added was the cover and some of the other embellishments. So yeah, you can make it as simple as this for the kiddos to do. I put the brag book, once I trimmed it out, I put it in here, so that creates that page right there. But yeah, really great project to do. I enjoy making this, and I just love the fact that you are using the least amount of paper to create something really, really awesome. So not much waste. I mean, not even this is much waste here, because we're going, you know, later on I'll use it for something else. But yeah, well, if you like what you see, please hit that like button. And yeah, I'm busy creating more videos, so come and check those out, okay? All right, I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Have a great day.